What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. My name is Splattercat, and we are here with the next episode of Transistor, a fun little action RPG by Supergiant Games. In our previous episode, we had wiped out Sybil. We had entered into this other kind of realm, I guess. This is almost like our secret base or something. There's just like challenges and stuff in here. I don't know if we should spend a ton of time doing the challenges, simply because I'm really interested in the storyline, and I kind of want to find out what happens. This is typically the kind of stuff that I do like on my second playthrough. It looks like there's like a planning test. It looks like there's a stability test. And it looks like there's a speed test. The first two I'm probably going to do terribly at. I'm okay with speed, but the other two, I'm going to balk on this for just a minute. There's no reason for me not to assume these doors won't remain open for the foreseeable future and that I can do these whenever I feel like. Maybe we'll use them to fill in some space when we have like 3 minutes left in an episode and there's way too much storyline to cover. How about that? That sounds good.
Back to reality.
It's kind of an ironic thing to say considering we're living in such like a constructed world. And I don't even remember what we were doing in the first place. So, there's South Frustum Road. It says to come closer. I don't really like the way that it's beckoning me like that. Doors should be in no way able to say come closer. That is not a normal function of a door. However, this is like a weird digital cyber world, so maybe they installed it.
Time to dance.
Oh man, I'm a terrible dancer.
This time.
Oh. Nope.
Cheerleader psyching him up.
Oh god. Okay, so I'm gonna go over to here. And then this cheerleader is gonna get smacked a couple times. Hopefully that'll get rid of it. Because I'm really worried about getting nailed by some of that artillery. That's kind of a very real fear for me right now. Now we have to be careful about the artillery being leveled at us one more time. Oh, and there it is. Because it actually flies pretty quickly when you don't have your free turn-based... Oh, no. Ooh, got out of the way of that one. But only just barely. See if I can do a couple crashes right there. We'll turn around and we'll try and get him with a breach. For backstab damage even, which is nice. And then maybe... I think that's all we're going to have time for. Nice. Very good. Oh no, there's another enemy back there. I didn't even see that one. Was it behind that wall that entire time, or did that spawn? That's a very weird thing. I didn't want to hit that, but okay, we'll go for it. I'm going to go up to here. Over to here. Get him behind the creep. Give him a couple backstabs. Not bad, and that gives us some decoys too. Looks like we've got a cell down that I've got to get rid of, though. Oops, I hit the wrong key right there. I didn't mean to hit that X. That was my badsies. Over here, I'm going to buy myself a couple seconds in turn-based mode, and then we'll jaunt away so that they fire the artillery at the point that we were, rather than at the point that we were going to. I do have to come back in here and grab this cell, though, so that's kind of like one of those unavoidable things. These little guys are quick. Yeah, there it is. Give him some love taps. And then we gotta deal with this triple laser beam dude down here who really seems content with just whittling away at me over the course of time. Without health regeneration, this game actually gets real. I think I'm gonna go... Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I hit the wrong key again. Okay, so let's go, like... No, no. There it is. We're gonna do some gangster stuff right here. And so with the teleport and 3 crashes, the fight has ended. I don't know if I'm quite ready to lay ownership to an entire town yet. I'm pretty lazy. I can barely handle laying ownership to the basic things I already have. I don't know if you want to put an entire municipality under my control. I'd probably like trade it all in for like a massive stock of Twinkies or gelato or something. That wall appears to be leaking. And that one. Go to the access point, save our game. I don't think we've gotten anything new because we're pretty much maxed out on our memory right now. I don't know if there's ever going to be a point at which we can get more memory, but as it stands, I'm pretty happy with the way that we have things allocated at the moment. I really like the decoy that we're deploying. I like the backstab ability we have. I feel like Breach is doing great at holding things down at a range. I don't use Spark quite as much as I would like to, but then again, when I do need Spark, it does come through for me, so it's not something that I'm really adverse to getting... Alright, sorry, that's not something that I'm really adverse to or excited about getting rid of either, just because it has been useful on various occasions.
I was just thinking about the first time we went to the canals.
This lady, did she take her sword everywhere with her? Or I wonder if she went with a friend who became the sword. Because just walking around the world with a giant buster sword seems like the sort of thing that might draw the ire of shopkeepers and other people that, you know, entrepreneurs. Those sorts of people.
Coast is clear. Used to be how many good drinking joints here? Caddies. Seaside. Cloud Alley. All shut down. All because of these things. More, huh? Snapshots shooting faster.
Alright, we got rid of one of the... Oh, damn artilleries everywhere. Oh, and he switched targets. What is... Oh, man, that's intelligent. Actually, no, I want to go with a... Can I breach? Hold on, let's see if we can do something a bit more astute here. I might be able to get him. There we go.
Just a second.
Wow, you almost don't have time to get out of the range of the artillery. Even if you stay moving the entire time, it's just like there. Let me lay down a couple decoys, get rid of some of these cheerleaders because they're causing me ire. Lay down a couple decoys at the end. There we go. A couple more decoys. Recharging right now. Oh my god, they're everywhere. Okay, so let's go down to here. See if I can get all three. From there, we'll go after him with maybe two. Alright, not a bad exchange. I feel like that was pretty equitable on our side. I feel as though that was probably a pretty... One's back. Oh, damn it. Did I forget to grab a cell? I must have. I don't know if that was worth it. I just took a ton of damage to kill that thing. Shoot at me. Oh, no. Shoot at my decoy. Don't shoot at me. He's going to evade the first one. So we might as well open up from here. Then get in there and give him a couple backstabs. And then I'm going to take cover one more time so that our health is low enough right now to where I'm nervous about doing anything too brash. Get rid of him first. We'll grab his cell. And then we'll hide out back here until we get our bar completely and totally refilled, because it's been out of all the good drinks lately. Our bar has been a little bit skimp. It must have been that right there, that cheerleader. Let me see if I can get rid of it now. There we go. Solve a long-term problem here. And did I leave anything alive up here? I did. Cheerleader's gonna move away. I'm gonna I'm gonna put down a couple more decoys, and then we're just gonna hide for a bit. So 3 copies out, although one of them is close enough to where the artillery might get shot at it. These are problematic in the sense that they get you, they aim ahead of you. So you've either got to be juking or more talented than I am, would be the 2 ways that I would put it. Oh, we missed that one. Okay. Let me see if I can keep myself out of trouble here for a second, because the fights are getting more difficult. One thing that I will say is the game does pack a hefty little bit of challenge if you're not ready for it. If he's just going to sit there, I'm just going to keep shooting him. Oh, I got stuck again. Alright. Almost level 6. We're getting closer. I do love the level up system. So in Supergiant games, they always have the interesting tendency to make level up systems that don't function in the classical sense. They tend to be a little... Yeah, I do want to head back this way because I forgot an OVC terminal. There we are.
So it's true.
Traverson Hall is gone. Administration scrambles to explain sudden disappearance of historic high-rise landmark. Yep, that's some Lex Luthor stuff right there. You make a giant skyscraper disappear. You're definitely approaching supervillain status.
Red, let's go. While we still can.
The ever-changing facade of Traverson Hall may be gone for good, as independent reports confirm the entire structure has vanished. A 100-square-block area surrounding the structure's location has been designated offline pending investigation, OPI, as administrators conduct a thorough search of the premises. Okay, we'll leave a comment. Why not? It appears as though we've unlocked some sort of achievement for typing on the OBC boards. It's okay, I'm a common forum troller myself. I enjoy reading forums and hearing other people's input on things, and while they do tend to be like the bathtub drain of the internet, I still enjoy forums nonetheless. What's going on this side?
See this? This is what the Camerata want our town to be.
A white wall with red squares. Interesting. It's got kind of like a Knights Templar look from Secret World.
I'll miss this place. Going up.
I do think that they got the stuttering issue fixed. It hasn't happened now. I've been playing the game a little bit on my own, and it hasn't been happening lately, so I think they fixed it in that last patch. Although a bunch of people were saying the last patch broke their game, so it's just like one step forward, one step back.
Should be able to get him through here.
It's alright, it's a new game release. Anybody with PC games knows that they're always buggy at release. It's just the way things go nowadays. Do we want to take the main gondola? I guess we don't really have a that's another good word, gondola. It sounds like a dessert, but it's not. It's a thing you ride on. Mostly at ski resorts.
Hope this works.
Appears to be working okay.
Next stop, high rise.
Thought we were gonna do like a Streets of Rage 2 type thing where we fight on the elevator.
Something's wrong.
Yep.
Get ready.
I think it's quicker to do that. No. And then do that right there. See if there's any way to get rid of him in one turn. Oh my god, there's so many. Ow. As enjoyable as this is, let's take a second and plan out our attack here. We need to be careful about this whole thing, otherwise this is really, really going to snowball on me, and I don't feel like being snowballed today. We're going to go down to here, and that's going to end our turn. That'll give us a decoy, though, and a little bit of damage out. I'm going to try and grab all the cells, too, because respawns are not something that I feel like dealing with. I think from right here, I should be able to get them. Yeah, let's go for that. A little bit more damage done. Dodge those right there. Get behind some kind of cover. Put myself another decoy. This is actually a pretty tough fight. Oh my god, they have so much firepower.
We're off.
See if I can do something with that right there. Like anything. Alright, so just 2 creeps left. If I teleport to here, I should be able to get both of them from right there with a breach. And then we can just call it a day. Or assuming it's daytime. It could be nighttime in the digital world. I don't know. It could go one way or the other. Wow, that was a pretty intense little fight. I agree. That was my worst nightmare right there, is that they were going to pull like a Streets of Rage on me and trap me in a tiny area with a bunch of enemies. I was like, no, 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 no. Just upset about the whole thing. Just like, no, I need room to maneuver. To maneuver.
Welcome to high rise. Welcome home.
I fully believe that maneuver is the hardest word on earth to spell. I think throughout the course of my life, it's one of the few words that I always misspell, no matter what. I think there's a couple words. Hors d'oeuvre is one that I always mess up, and maneuver is one that I always mess up.
Load up.
I don't think we need anything right now. I just wanted to save. I just wanted to make with the savey time. Ooh, there's grass in the digital world. I didn't even know they had that. Must be a new program they installed.
Oh. Heal.
Okay, so I'm gonna teleport over to here. We'll go for a double whammy right there.
Stay.
Somehow, I don't feel like that's gonna work.
Stay.
Hey, you're starting to sound desperate, man.
No?
And then I'll pop this real fast. Oh, he regenerates. That's fun. Let's go ahead and slice him up then. Give him a lot more to regenerate. And with our copy in the way, we should be able to do something to him. Oh, he does. He regenerates quick, too. He regenerates on the quixies. There we go. And we definitely don't want him to respawn, so we'll go ahead and kill him off right now. I do not look forward to seeing what the upgraded version of that guy's going to be like because he's quick. Alright.
You feel that?
2 new functions. Our first function is called Get. Forces a target closer to the user, stronger against distant targets. So it's kind of like a come over here, Death Knight type ability. Maybe like Scorpion if you wanted to take it back a little bit further in video game history. If we add it to an upgrade slot, most functions will pull targets out of position. Passive slot, it draws cells closer and from further away. The passive slot ability is not so bad. It allows you to grab those cells without having to be so close to them, because sometimes you're walking into a veritable death trap when you're trying to grab those cells on the fly. This one looks awesome. Ping. This one looks like it's a fireball or something. Fire rapid kinetic charges in a straight line. Replace the turn planning cost and speeds up most functions, or if you put it into a passive slot, move much farther in a single use of turn. I'm going to go with ping, because I actually want to use that as an active ability. And then we get a new permission. It's +1 upgrade slot, so it allows us to use a secondary upgrade slot. That's pretty sweet. I suppose we will see what we can add to our A button. And then we got a new limiter. We can deal with responsibility, which we lose access to 6 memory or more, and functions may be uninstalled. Ow. And then the process will respawn. We can do initiative, which means the process will respawn from cells in much less time. Yikes. All of these are kind of scary.
Let's keep moving.
Definitely too hardcoresies for me. Making me look like a punk right now, just not using limiters, acting like a weakling. Oh well.
Used to be able to see the bay from here.
Let's take a look at our abilities and see what we can get slotted up, because I do feel like ping is probably a pretty cool ability. It only takes 1 memory. So what I'm thinking, we have a new upgrade slot, but we really can't use anything right now because we're all out of memory. Let me go ahead and I'm going to actually go back to basics right now. We're going to get rid of everything so that we have a clean slate, because sometimes it's easier for me to plan things when I do that. And I wanted to look at my upgrade slots as well. Alright, so obviously I want that in my A button. You're going to be my B button. I think I may replace... Let's try out ping for a little while instead of spark, because I haven't been using it very much anyways. It's only really useful against a bunch of those little black sphere things when there's like a big swarm of them, and I think this machine gun right here will probably be useful for that as well. And then obviously we'll go with jaunt in the Y button slot. Now then, we wanted to add that as a backstab quality so that we can continue using backstab on our crash. We wanted to, I want to assign like the cheap stuff, basically because like the expensive things, they're tough. I mean, the expensive things right there, using the 4 memory slots to get yourself a decoy is a huge investment, and I do think that it does. They've done a very good job at balancing the abilities in this game to the point where I do feel like I'm getting 4 memories worth of usefulness out of it, but I do think that we should try out some new stuff as well instead of just sitting on the same abilities the entire game. I don't like anything that does, so I don't think, I mean, I like the increase the area effect of most functions, but in general I don't find that to be that good of an ability. This one splits and subdivides most functions for greater results. Let's try, well, first and foremost, hold on. First and foremost, ooh, that's not what I wanted. Can I remove this here? Did that remove what I wanted? It did not. Okay, let me disconnect. Yeah, disconnect right now. I want to see what this does before I allocate it. That's badass. I like the way the sword hilt is the gun. That's pretty amazing. I don't know how that's going to be directly useful. In fact, if we could put backstab on it though, I bet that would be maybe a better investment. Okay, so let me see if we split and subdivide if it turns it into like a Contra type thing where we get like a triple shot or something. Let's find out. So we'll go there, and we'll put that on ping. Let's just see what it does. It does. It gives you a triple shot like Contra. That's pretty amazing. I like it. I like it a lot. Alright, well, let's go allocate the remainder of our memory, and then we'll probably call it a day. I think we're getting pretty close to the end of the episode. We're not quite there yet. Got a couple minutes left, but it's hard to tell sometimes. I'm gonna go for the damage shield on this one. I'm not gonna go with the cloak anymore. We'll go with just a damage shield, and then go higher area of effect right there. I did want to try out... Wait, that's not the one that was giving us a decoy? Which one was giving us a decoy? Oh, it was you that was giving us a decoy. Okay. So maybe we'll drop you and we'll go back to using you as the upgrade.
I think it's full.
And then we'll just use this stuff elsewhere. Because I do like that. I thought it was this one right here with the 4 memory that was using it, and so that's actually a really, really good thing. This one right here adds a chain reactive effect to most attacks. Let's try that with ping, and we'll see how it works. It looks like it jumps 5 times. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage, though. That's my only concern with ping, is that it appears to be very much kind of ping damage. It is named appropriately. We've got to put cloak back on there. That leaves us with 3 left to allocate, which means we can go with load. Yeah, let's add a blast radius to our teleport. We've been using it to close gaps a lot lately, and I think that's not a terrible allocation of our abilities. Alright, well, we'll just go forward a little bit. We'll probably fight the next fight, then I'll break off the next episode. What's over here? Ah, an OVC.
So the word is out.
Process spreads to 66% of Cloudbank. Unexplained outbreak causes mass relocation efforts across the city.
If anybody's left to hear it.
The entire western half of Cloudbank is now offline as central administration scrambles to contain the threat and relocate citizens to designated safe zones. Casualty rates are unknown through city person reports crossed 100,000, although missing person reports crossed 100,000 as of this morning. Authorities denied foreknowledge of the epidemic and urged citizens to travel east as soon as possible and to register relocation requests at their local OVC terminals.
Whole town's being held ransom.
Yep, it appears as though
Can't even see the canals.
things are rapidly going terribly for everyone involved. So there's a rooftop gondola that goes right there. Or we can go into the building down here, the terrace apartments.
Might as well stop in.
Yep, let's do it.
Best view in town.
And I think this is right before we go back into our own apartment. I think this is a great spot to break off the episode. So my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me in the Nerd Castle for another episode of Transistor by Supergiant Games. I will see you in the next episode. I hope you've been enjoying this LP thus far. Take care out there, everybody.